welcome to another episode where I review geeky gear. And for today's episode, a very special episode, I'm reviewing Axent kitty ear headphones. And let me tell you, aside from the initial scare when I opened up the mailing box and saw this deep scar, I'm absolutely loving these things. Axent Wear cat ear headphones is the result of a successful crowdfunding project launched on Indiegogo last year around October. I only recently received my pair today due to a couple of things. One being that Wen Quinn Yin, the gentleman who started this project, as well as the crew they assembled to bring it together, well, they had to iron out a couple of the design flaws with this design, and they also had to find a really good manufacturer that would create this wearable headphones to their specifications. The other thing is that I live in goddamn northern Canada, and everything is brought up here through freaking sled dogs or something. It's really annoying. The promise of the campaign was to basically provide a quality pair of headphones designed to look like cat ears, like from your typical anime, with speakers that also lit up and provide a great quality sound. And let me tell you, they've managed to deliver on all fronts. They were also successful in that they raised well over $3 million. And so I was able to get my purple pair for $150. In American, which means it would probably came out to be more like $180, what with the exchange rate, which honestly wasn't that bad back then. The first thing that you will notice when you receive your order of this, if you do order one, is that it comes in this really nice kind of semi-hard carrying case, which prevents the cat ears from being damaged in any way. Obviously, you're not going to be dropping these off your rooftop anytime soon, but it was really good to see that your product is being taken care of, and that this is part of where your money went to. It's also really well designed so that it can carry it. You can keep using this. This isn't something cheap that you just throw away like any other pair of headphones in a case that you buy. This is really well done. I really appreciate the work that went into it. The other thing that you will notice when you receive your copy is this really nice piece of artwork that I received by who was part of the design team. And, well, quite frankly, it's really cool artwork, and I quite frankly like it a lot. Now, as to the main product itself, well, let's take a look. Here they are, the Axent cat ear headphones. And let me tell you, this is a hefty pair of headphones. If I remember correctly, one of the design flaws that they had was the sheer amount of weight up top. And to their credit, they were able to deal with this to some effect. I'm not sure, well, how heavy the original prototypes were. After all, I wasn't part of the team. I certainly never got a chance to try them out. But when you do put these on, do notice that these are really quite hefty up top. So, you know, they will shift around if you're leaning forward too much, or leaning back, or if you go, whoa, or if you're headbanging. That being said, this has to be a really nice quality pair of headphones. I go through one about like every couple months because something happens wherein they break, they fall apart, I lose them somewhere. But I'm going to keep a real close eye on this one. It comes with a couple of nice little accessories. First off, you have your charging cable here, which if you're like me, you probably have like any number of these just laying around, and it took a good 2.5 hours to charge these up fully, as recommended in the instruction manual. You'll also get a cord, which is more than long enough to reach down into your pocket. And I'm 6'3", so wearing these, I can connect this up to my iPhone, put it in my pocket, and listen to it without the cord being too short. Of course, the nice thing about these ones is that they are of a standard size, so if you want to get something longer, you're more than able to. It also has, button controls, like stop, neck, increase the volume, that kind of thing. and the ears are really quite comfortable. They sit nice and firm on the head. I can adjust them for at least an inch or so in length on either side. And so far in playing with them this afternoon, they are doing everything that Axent Wear said they would. For example, now obviously it's a bit lighted up in here, so the effect is somewhat muted, but I asked for purple and I got purple, and I really love how they look. I can't imagine how these are going to look when I'm at Dragon Con next year. This is definitely going to be part of my cosplay. Canadian cat boy, DJ club, old guy that's trying to fit in way too much because he's really old. Now, one of the other things that the Indiegogo campaign promised was that the kitty ears would also be speakers in and of themselves. And I thought that was really cool, and definitely one of the reasons that attracted me to this project. And let me tell you, they have succeeded really well. For starters, while the volume control of the headphones themselves remain within your iPhone or whatever is your media device of choice, the volume for the speakers are actually located on the right bottom part of the headphones. Thus, I can turn these on and I don't have to worry about turning up the volume and busting out my own eardrums. Because let me tell you, these are really good quality sounds. And just one thing I will mention though in fiddling around with this, there is a slight delay when you turn on the power for these here. The other thing is that there's no real clear light indicator that these are on. Obviously they're on when you hear music coming out of them, but well, maybe a little light thing would have helped as well. That's just a minor nitpick. So, just an example, let's try one of my favorite mashup songs, Daft Punk versus Steven Universe versus Groover Washington Jr. Just the two of us are better, harder, stronger, faster. So that's pretty good. And now I'll turn on the speakers. See? Slight delay. Let me crank these up all the way. Oops, all the way. Just the two of us. Sorry, I just love this song. The one thing you do have to beware though is that you have to make sure to turn that off. After all, I've done it a couple times already. I turned them on, I stopped the music, and I completely forget you also have to click this button. Because see here, I stopped the music, turn it back on, and turn them back off. So just something to be aware of, because again, you don't really want to drain the battery on this too quickly. So overall, what's the verdict? $150 American, $180 Canadian. God damn, that exchange rate. God, it kills me sometimes. Well, worth the money spent. If you really want something really cool, if you want it to be a part of your cosplay, or if you just want a pair of really nice headphones that stand out in the crowd, you can't get any better than this. In fact, I think they're the only ones that do something like this. The added bonus for this is that there is a port for a mic. So you can plug this in and you can use this for gaming on your computer or console as well. I think mainly just a computer. Well, that's all I got left to say. These are really great. These are going to be fun. And these will be especially good for me up here in the winter time because it gets really cold and these things cover my ears perfectly. I'm Triple J. That's all I got left to say. Take care.